That's awesome. Whoa! Nice.
Seriously?
I wasn't expecting
that.
I wasn't ready. There's so much stuff about you here, Dane, that's just so interesting.
I was just thinking to myself like 10 minutes ago, like, I could go the fuck on. Like, this shit would never stop, but whatever.
Yeah, if there's anything really gnarly that we're not going to have in our notes, we love the stories.
Might need to save some of it for later in my life.
Yeah.
For another
For the grandkids.
We're starting an AYC tour on Friday?
Yeah,
this Friday?
On Friday. We started in San Diego at a fucking Overload. And then do like a sign in there at 6 o'clock and then go from there like to LA and like LA to like Phoenix and to Vegas and like Oxnard and Fresno.
Yeah. Did the necklace come with signing a contract?
Oh no, it was just a gift, I guess.
Nice.
Yeah, it was a gift from the boss man Stevie.
That's awesome.
Icy ass gift right there.
Yeah. What about is the ring a gift too?
They gave us the ring when
the video came out.
Yeah, I mean at the Trans World Awards when the video or when they like announced that we got like best team.
Yeah.
They gave it to us like right before we were all on like a bus and they just like been baller mobbed up on the bus and just like handed us each like our ring personally.
Nice.
Yeah, I guess it was supposed to come out in like an episode or something like that. I haven't seen it.
It never came out, huh? I never seen it.
Well, we're hearing it first. That's awesome.
You have a pet peeve where you hate people touching your face?
Yeah.
I know a lot of guys like that though. I feel like this is a common thing with guys. Would you want someone, I wouldn't want anyone touching my face.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it depends on the situation.
Well,
I guess if we're like in the bed or something, like go for it. But like, other than that, like, nah.
Do you have any pet peeves like that?
As girls, I don't like girls touching my ass. I don't like touching my ass and shit.
Because they're always trying to cop a feel. Is that the deal?
Hey, low key, that would be weird.
Trying to get a piece of it.
Like no homo, but like stay away from that shit. Like.
Hey Dane, this is a pretty random transition, but were you almost kidnapped once?
Yeah, low key I was.
Low key.
Low key I was.
How did this happen? How was it an almost? Thankfully?
It was like, so I was in Florida at an apartment complex living with my mom, and like I decided to sleep in my mom's room, but on the floor, and her bed was like beside me, but like higher, and I was like on the ground. But I was like in a small space next to a window that was open, but the window was like lower to the like carpet, like the ground. Okay, so it was like low. It wasn't like up, it was like low.
Out to the street?
To like the side of the apartment building, like which is grass or whatever, next to the pool area, whatever, Yeah. And then like, I don't know, like I just like woke up or something and like randomly like there was a hand going inside the window, like a grown man's hand going inside the damn window. And fucking, I look to my right, and I see the damn hand coming in. I'm like, holy shit! And then the fucking hand just goes back, and then I didn't say holy shit because I was a kid, but some shit like that, And then fucking the dude dips, and then I tell my mom, and she's like, yo, that's probably like a bad dream. But then I explained it to her like hella hard, and then she finally believed me. But like, that was it. That was the end of the story. But low key, I almost got kidnapped.
Wow. That is terrible. How old were you?
I was like 5, so that for sure could have went down. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like 5 years old, like way easy to just scoop up, bring through a window, and like, I just came up on some fucking black market kid, like.
Oh my gosh.
Whatever, like.
And then I heard another story how you got run over by a car, and
that was Florida too.
In a Piggly Wiggly parking lot.
Florida.
Piggly Wiggly parking lot. That's a market. That's like a grocery store for all you guys that don't know about that. I'm pretty sure it was the same apartment complex.
The same one at the same time.
Like just like a different month away or something, whatever it was. And then so my mom was like, there's like a little bridge that crossed from the apartment complex over into the Piggly Wiggly parking lot. My mom was always like, yo, whatever you do, don't ever cross that bridge. Like that's out of bounds, you know what I mean? I was like 5, but like she's like, don't ever cross, So one day we were like on our big wheels, the little plastic things with the 2-wheel front wheel. And like I was with my homie, we were like mobbing, and then he like influenced me. He's like, yo, let's go over to the parking lot. I'm like, whatever, all right, fuck it. And then we mob over the little wooden bridge that's like a creek, And we get over there, and then I'm like, we're like mobbing, not even tripping, and then like I'm about to cross this little intersection in the parking lot. That's not even an intersection, and I'm like going, I get halfway and I don't hear the plastic wheels behind me rolling, you know? So I'm like, yo, like, where you at? And then I just see my homie with like this shocked look on his face, like, and I'm like, next thing you know, I just get hit. And then like some dude gets out the car. I'm like under the tire. He gets out the car and like looks at me under the tire and is like, doesn't say anything, gets back in the, like it's a big van, gets back in the van and then like revs the like tire to like speed bump over my leg, but it like just like shreds it, you know? And then like, I see like 3 old ladies in the back of the van like throw the like little blinds to the side and look at me. And then fucking, he tries one more time and it like lumps over my leg and he just takes off. And then he got caught or whatever, and some lady called the ambulance for me that was like coming out the grocery store. And then like my mom came running over, like slapping everybody in the face, like whoever it was, like, you're an idiot. Like she was going on a rampage, like, you know, son on the ground bleeding. Like. But
what happened to your leg?
I like recovered good, you know, like my mom got one of the best like skin graft doctor type dudes, you know, and like I got like skin grafts on one of my legs and shit, but like, yeah.
Did you break any bones or anything?
No, I had to learn how to walk again. I was like 5, had to like learn how to do crutches and like walk again and everything. But,
wow.
Yeah. And you know what's even the best part about the whole story is that like I was in that parking lot, and then when I was in that parking lot, I seen some like a rollerblader. He's probably like 12, and he was rollerblading through the parking lot. I like was like, what up, you know, like said what up to him, you know, like not even tripping. And then fucking got hit, went to the hospital, and then I'm in a stretcher going through the hospital, and then going this way, and then this kid that I seen on rollerblades is coming on a stretcher this way, and we just stopped like this. I'm like, yo, hold up, and we stop. And I'm like, what happened to you? And he's like, I got hit by a car. I'm like, no, like, what the fuck? Like,
whoa.
We both got hit by a car, and this, like, I'm like, yo, it must have been the same parking lot, same dude. I don't know what it was, but
he hit the rollerblader trying to escape.
Random coincidence, like.
That's nuts. Can you explain Huck It Life to us and the viewers, your fans out there?
Well, shit, Huck It Life it's a lifestyle. Well, obviously, it's a term people like, you know what I mean, like came up with, like through skating, but how I put it in like Huck It Life, like how I branded it, how I want to brand it, pretty much be somebody like inspirational person, people, you know what I mean, a positive like individual people go look up to, because people come to me and be like, oh man, like you made it, like you did this and that, like whoopty whoop, like I'm hyped, like you know what I mean, like like want to say, oh, I want to be like you one day, like I'm like, nah, like man, you could be yourself, but like you could do it too, like you know what I mean, like I don't really feel like I'm better than anybody in any way or anything like that. So it's pretty much just trying to be like inspirational, and like people may think it's a hat brand and shit because they like see hats and shit, but I really haven't labeled it as nothing, you know. So they do be accessories and shit. But shout out to all my sponsors, you know, where everybody at, you know what I mean. So
I was actually gonna wear a Huck It hat today, but it just didn't really, you know.
It didn't pan out. Well, the hat matches the shirt.
Yeah, I know he's fresh right now. He don't got.
And you and I have the matching camo motifs going on. You got the camo pants. I got the camo shirt. We planned.
Keep that.
Yeah. No, how was it on this conference call? Skype call.
All right, guys. Well, you were supposed to wear a zebra or cheetah.
I know.
You blew it.
You good?
I read a quote from you about, it said, TK pretty much made it okay for black people to be on skateboards. And I was just wondering, like, because obviously there's been amazing black skaters all along, but like, what about TK made it click with you? Like what was it about TK that makes you feel that way?
Like when I started skating, Terry Kennedy wasn't at his status that he is now, you know? So I want to say like he made it okay for me to skateboard, but when I said that in a sense, like, cause I'm from Long Beach and Terry Kennedy's from Long Beach too. But when I said that, it's just like the culture in Long Beach. Like when I grew up skating, like I grew up in like Compton and shit. Yeah. I was going to school like skateboarding. Like I was young, like fucking like 5th grade and shit, skating. You know what I mean? Like I'm going like to a hood school skating. They're like telling me like these gangbanger people were like my friends though. Like you know what I mean? Like they're in hoods and shit. Like whatever, blah blah blah. Like saying like, oh, that's just for the white boys and shit. Cause like why are you doing that? It's for the white boys. But these are my friends and like, you know, I want to feel accepted. But it's just like, I don't want to, like, this is what I love to do. This is the only thing I was doing. I wasn't playing like sports and nothing like that, you know? People thought skateboarding was like for the white people, thought it was corny. You know what I mean? So they would talk shit. They would try to beat up like Jackie for his skateboards and shit, like try to do random shit, like, you know what I mean? Like some crazy shit. Like I did some random shit too, like, you know what I mean? But like, it was super random, like gang banging shit, like that shit is real, you know? Like, And it's kind of scary in a way, you know, but now, like I said, at that time, those were the people that was talking shit. Now, people like that was talking shit, like, it's cool for people to do it now. What I mean by that, people are like, fucking like 28 years old, like 26 and shit, like just now trying to start skating. Yeah. And they're like, I'm fucking gonna be on like you one day. I'm like, all right, like, I mean, it's possible, but like, you know, it takes time, you know what I mean?
You might have missed the window.
So that's what I mean by that in a way, you know, like.
Well, I always find it interesting because I've read a lot of interviews with black skaters who say that they got shit that skating was a white boy thing from their friends.
I've heard it before.
And I grew up in a white area, and skating introduced me to people who were like Latinos and black people and like other ethnicities. So to me, skating always seemed sort of multi-cultured. So it's interesting to hear from a black perspective that a lot of the black community thinks it's a white boy sport.
Did.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
I mean, what it really came down to is that every like black dude from the hood or whatever, you know, you guys are going off of, like, are over there, and they don't really see the fucking everyday skater kid rolling through, you know what I mean? The only thing they think of is like, yo, Tony Hawk did a 900, and then they see D-Rex rolling through, like, yo, bro, what are you doing? Like, you're supposed to be on the block with us, like, you're over there fucking busting a kickflip, like, that ain't gonna work for you, homie, like, Tony Hawk, fucking this dude over here with blonde hair, like, you know, they look at it differently.
But see, now, like I said, now, because like it's only a certain amount of people who had Tony Hawk Pro Skater and knew, because you know it's crazy. People be like, oh, you skateboard Tony Hawk. That's the first thing that they will say. Yeah. And now they see Lil Wayne with a skateboard, and they see Lil Wayne MTV Jam skateboard, and now their mind is open to it now. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I'm just saying, like for the culture, like a lot of minorities, like people didn't see that shit. So.
For sure.
We heard a story how the whole time you were in juvenile, you fantasized about some handrail you wanted to skate, and then when you got out, you just shredded some handrail.
Yeah, exactly. The grown-up mode.
Grown-up mode.